A up, man's back for round 2. I decided to stream today because I didn't have anything, because I wanted to stream, and more importantly, I wanted to build another bit of the that thing. Yeah, the walking with park, and after I built an enclosure or 2 on that, we're gonna do some recording for the walking with segment, the walking with dinosaur, the mod showcase I'm gonna do, which is gonna be like a documentary style, walking with dinosaur style thing. So, bear that in mind. Is the stream up? No, it should be up. Yes, it is. Okay, good. Kushti. Yeah. Get the chat open. It's on private, right? Done. Right. Don't know why auto's on private. It's very annoying. Okay. So, it's probably something I've got to go into settings and fix. So, anyway, I'll repeat myself because of that. Basically, today's stream is gonna be, we're building more of the Walking with Dinosaurs themed park, and we are, and then after that, after I've built like a couple enclosures on that, we're going to thingy. We're gonna excuse me. I'm a bit under the weather. We are going to do some recording for the Walking with Dinosaurs mod showcase that we're gonna do. So yeah, where did we leave off? We'd finished our Morrison Formation herbivore enclosure, as you can see. It's that one, right? Food coverage is low. I don't care. I really don't care, lads. So now we want to add the Ornitholestes and Allosaurus enclosure. The other 2 Morrison species that appear excuse me, in Walking with Dinosaurs and the Ballad of Big Al. Is there anything else I'm missing? Ophnelia, but we don't have, which I think is Ophneliosaurus now, but we don't have Ophneliosaurus. So, meh. And then, it's T, isn't it? And then the other one. Oh, it's just stuck there. Anyway. Never mind. And the Agnerognathrus, which obviously we don't have. We don't have tiny pterosaurs like that. It's like we don't have anything else from the Triassic segment. Which is a damn shame. Like, prosauropods are something that's really should be in this game. And I don't know why they're not, because Moosaurus is in the first book, which is a prosauropod. There's a baby one in it. Because the only ones known at the time were babies. This is just like stuck here forever, isn't it? Oh, Bob. Sorry, Bob. That works. Oh, Bob's stuck there. That's life. That's life, I suppose. That's not... Let's have this guy. Yeah, didn't you just get diagnosed? No, you didn't. Oh. T. Why are you returning to the Pelican Medical Facility? I just told you to do that. Sod it, I'll do it. You're not stuck too, are you? No, we go. So the chat up, shouldn't I? Why is the chat not updated? Yeah, well, the chat's open. Alright.
No,
you. What is wrong with you?
This animal is covered in lacerations. None appears to be life-threatening. In fact, in their previous life, it was quite common. Scars of survival. However, in this life, we'll still monitor the situation.
So one of these have an undiagnosed ailment. Wait, so can this guy just... But it just said it... But the guy just said it can survive him. Why? Stupid. Stupid game. Anyway. Alright, so, how do I want to do this for the Allosaurus? I'm trying to think. Where, let's think about the most impressive set pieces in Walking with Dinosaurs with the Allosaurus. Oh, actually, no, I know. I've got an idea. There's kind of like the plane they're in the, at the end of the, or, ooh, idea. Very cool idea. I've got a very cool idea, actually. I'm sure you can see where I'm going with this. In the scene where they hunt the sauropods, that's what I'm thinking of here. The baby sauropods in like that in that creek. So like, bring this around here and then bring this around here and then might flatten this down and make it more of like a viewing area, but you know, for now, something like this. I wonder if I can find some like non-copyright music to play over the background. could be nice. I don't know. I know other channels do that, don't they? So some just chill tunes. Tell you what. Non-copyright music to play over streams. Videos. No, this is, I've got to pay for this.
Looking for royal.
That's an advert. No. I know always EDM. Why can't I have some like classical music in the back? I don't like classical. I just don't particularly like EDM. Like there's other forms of music I like. I just don't really like EDM music. I mean, I get why it's all EDM because it's like chill vibes and such, but like, really. Me. Me. No. So what's like? Copyright, free background music. Yeah. That's not synthwave, lo-fi chilled beats. There we are. Smell like it. Audio jungle. Combo. Uncover. Interesting. Oh, never mind, sod it. Just found a YouTube channel that's tells me not to use it. So I'm like, well, sod it. We suffer in silence. I know what we could do. Sandbox settings. No. Settings. You want settings here. Audio. Sound effect volume. Main volume. Just turn the main volume up a bit. And then you can listen to the sound of the sauropods in the background. It's beautiful. Turn the desktop audio up a bit. There you go. Alright. There you go. Now you can listen to sauropod sounds. Make sounds. Thank you. Smell of more of a low grumble is somewhat freshening. I think I pissed it off. Anyway. Oh, look, that's kind of cool, isn't it? With that there. Or like... Oh, I just had an idea for this. Oh, I'm not going to do it with this, but I might do it with the T-Rex. Like an arena built with... Oh, that's actually really cool. That'd actually be really, really cool. Okay, so that there. And then... Can I attach fence to this? Looks like I can. No, I cannot. Alas. Let's give these guys a big concrete wall. Like such. Sorallosaurus, they're the lions of the Jurassic. As it were. Even though they're nothing like lions. And they lived nothing like lions. And it's probably more comparable to hyenas, really. Well, not in behaviour, but not in like, you know, pack hunting or anything like that, but more like niche. In terms of niche, they were probably more like hyenas. Well, probably more like giant jackals. They think that the Allosaurus was actually pretty well adapted as a scavenger, though there's a paper that says it was a fully just 100% scavenger, which I find honestly ridiculous.
There is an ironically tragic quality to seeing
died.
a dinosaur that has been brought back from the dead die.
Yeah, dickhead.
But death has unfortunately come for one of our animals.
Fine.
Clear the carcass from the enclosure
Just
before it can
pure
spread disease.
cynicism. That's Diplodocus Hotel, and this can be Dryosaurus Hotel because it's little, so it's Dryosaurus Hotel. Dryosaurus Hotel. We'll actually give it all these names. If you've got a better name for these, put it in the chat. I think this isn't sushi, is it? I was saying sushi. I didn't change this. I thought I did change this. Why are these all sushi? How bizarre. I've forgotten what I made these now. This was the fossil one, wasn't it? So that will come out. I want this to be. If I remember, so this was a clothes shop on it. Some leisure wear. There you go. Yeah, leisure wear outside, okay. And then this one, we don't want crab, but we do want food, so this one wants to be... got my steaks, falafel wraps, paella, Korean barbecue, steaks, teppanyaki, vegan buffet. Got Korean barbecue, that sounds interesting. I mean, that's barbecue there. There you go. So what's this place? This is leisure wear. Dino design. This is, yeah, there you go. Dino design. That's quite good, isn't it? This can be the Rock Shop, the Rock Mall. I want that. And then, do we have any Korean dinosaurs? Nah, but we're going to call it Koreaceratops. Koreaceratops steaks. I think we eat Koreaceratops. There you go. Because it's Korea barbecue, so there you go. I'm going to put the invisible fence along here, and then actually I want to get the actual fence first, don't I? And then so like that, like that, like that. I think it's going to be very cool to see like the Allosauruses roaming. I think they're going to have 2 of them, because there's 2 in. 2 of them, 3 of them. I don't know, 2 or 3, who knows. Either 2 or 3. I haven't decided yet. So 2 or 3 Allosauruses in here. There's 2 in the show, isn't there? There's like a local pair of Allosauruses that pursue the... It's very Disney's Dinosaur in a way, isn't it? With 2 carnivores pursuing a herd or crash of specific other dinosaurs. I suppose it's more similar to because I'm pretty sure they're supposed to be the same same 2 Allosauruses. They it makes sense that Jesus Christ, why are you going on my throat right now? Excuse me. It makes sense that they're the same 2 Allosaurus. I'm gonna take a drink. Right. That was a very small burp, it wasn't. I really didn't need to mute myself for that. Okay, so bring the fence down here, bring it along there. I'm fine, I swear. No, I've literally just got like a bit of a, I don't know, it's flu season, isn't it? So there you go. As I said last time, I have not got the old, the old C word. Are they actually? Why are people? Is it because of people's trauma or something? I don't get why people are like censoring that word nowadays. It's like, because if it's to do with trauma, then I kind of understand that, but I also think you should probably make peace with it because it's not going anywhere. I mean, as in seek therapy, what I mean, get help, as it were. But, more so, it's just like, it is real life, I'm sorry to say, you know what I mean? It is what the world is currently. It'd be like saying, oh, we can't say the word war if we were living in World War One or something. You know what I mean? That's how I view it. I find it a bit needed, but who knows? Let's just hope politicians don't start doing it. That's probably going to be used as a political tool. I won't put it past them. I love a good bit of political cynicism, don't we? In the morning. It's the morning. I was like, oh, is it afternoon? It's like, no. My brain is on a suitable time frame to function. I don't know what I just said. I can hear the Dinosaurs being cute, and my mouse has died. Bluetooth mouse, so it's a pain. Like fully Bluetooth. You don't have the connection thing on it. Just bear with me. Technical difficulties. Right, and we're back. So. Make it, obviously this isn't needed, but it just, it looks better. It looks, like they can't actually get out. If you stick two dirty great big rocks next to the fence. I don't know why I'm using the temperate rocks here. I feel like this bit's going to be a bit more forested. So, yeah. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to make it sand on top. Okay. Whew, okay. Good God. Alright. I'm kind of imagining it's like, it's not, you know, it's not fully the wet season, it's just, it's somewhat of, it's still in the dry season. Maybe in the Brachiosaurus is just being cool in the distance. It's like they really make, I think the best, Brachiosaurus and all the sauropods, you know, really make this game, I think. They really show that, you know, the best parts of it. In my eyes. This actually already looks pretty freaking cool. But what's going to make it look cooler is when we do this. So it's going to make it look really, really like the kind of, I'm going to try and make it look like, you know, like how in this scene in Walking on Dinosaurs you've got the leaves coming down, and it's really cool looking. You know what, tell you what, because of how, you know, there's nothing in here, we could film part of the, what you call it, part of the documentary segment in here. I think it'd work. Or, you know, at least part of the opening. Because the Allosaurus part in the documentary is obviously going to be, you know, like, Battle of the Salt Plains kind of thing. But, you know, the opening segment can be like this, especially if I do what I was planning on doing in the last game, but never got around to it for, you know, all sorts of reasons. Was making the Ballad of Big Al, but excuse me. In this game. And what I might do, what I could do, is have this, you know, have a similar environment to this be in any short that or any video I do like that. And these are going to be like fully narrated by me, and I might have it like, I'm not sure if I'll do it for every one like that, but the one that I'm making now has got like little snippets of Nigel Marvin popping in and out every now and then, to say some much, you know, sometimes factual, sometimes nonsensical, you know, it varies. So I like to think that this represents it like, you know, this is the start of the wet season, this is like the Morrison Formation, this is deeper into the wet season, and then the last bit, the Ornamental Bushes enclosure, can be like, you know, deep into the wet season. And I might give it like a pond to wallow in. And what I'll do is I'll make it kind of get more arid as it gets further away from there. Till it's like, there you go. I think this already looks pretty cool, to be honest. I could have made it narrower. Could have looked cool if it was a bit narrower, but I think, you know, it gets the kind of idea across, doesn't it? Let's have a look. What? So leafy climbers? Would that work on here? Not really. Fabric ground cover. Ornamental bushes. Maybe. Let's go with that. Let's go with ornamental bushes. Yeah, I think that kind of works. I feel like a ginkgo there. How does it look? No, that's not. It's not right. Something like this. Might work. There's not really any trees in here, is there? In the show, so I don't want that. Cyclones are fine. Cyclones aren't as big, so they're less what's the word? I can't figure the word I'm looking for, but you know what I mean. They're less invasive, not invasive. They stand out a bit less. They look better. This is what I'm saying. They suit this kind of what I'm going for there. Is that gonna be like? Is that like weird? Is that like transparent? I mean, it's kind of weird. It's kind of weird. I'll change that. Like the ones on the side, I'll change. I mean, they look a bit weird. And then we'll go back to Ornamental Bushes and any side cuts that just kind of look out of place on the side. Oh, that looks nice. Like this one. Maybe that one. Like here. And then here as well. That sound we just heard then, that whistle. That sounds, I swear that's from Walking with Dinosaurs. I swear they got that sound from Walking with Dinosaurs. Not that one, but there's a sound, there's like a bird. There's a bird sound that I swear I remember from Walking with Dinosaurs. Not that one was... That's a monkey, isn't it? Does that sound. That one, that sound. That's in Walking with Dinosaurs. I recognise it from the... I know exactly where I recognise it from as well. Shows how much I watched it. It's from, if you had the DVD of Walking with Dinosaurs, in the opening, like on the like the DVD like main menu, the Leela, the bit with the Leela and the Sora where they scurry across it, as you decide what episode you want to watch and all that. That sound is you can hear that sound in like the Antarctic rainforest. That whistle, that like whee. That was terrible. But I don't remember what exactly it sounded like now, but not that one. That whistle there. That's from Walking with Dinosaurs. I don't know if obviously it's from a natural animal in it, but I don't know if they sourced that from Walking with Dinosaurs or they got it from something else, but it's still cool. That's a cool thing just to notice, isn't it? Like, hold on a second, that sounds from Walking with Dinosaurs. It's neat. Let's stick the goat feeder there. That works. And then can I put a gate on here? Have space for it? Like barely. Like not really, but like there also kind of is, but there also kind of isn't. But yeah, slot it. Why can't I move you? It's because of this. It's because of that. Yes. Okay. Attractions. This thing. Cool. Dangerous, but cool. Very, very dangerous. An Allosaurus could definitely go over that, but hey. Yeah. It's fine. Don't worry about it. Where's the gate? There's the gate. The gate? There's the gate. Something like... I thought there was a way to just... never mind. Something like that, yeah. So I can't get out there, obviously, because it's a gate. And then... we can... reconnect this to the rest of the fence. And then... this bit we can... cover with rocks again. I do love how they added the ability to rotate rocks. It gives a really just customization, like a lot. It just adds so much more customization that you don't even realize. Stick a rock there, and stick another there, and then another. No, you can't really put a rock there, but that works. Okay. Maybe some more on this side as well, like something like that. That's the wrong type of rock. Something like that, and then so yeah, this looks quite good, doesn't it? I think sandy, like, you know, the thing, but it's clearly, you know, inspired to some extent by the... It's a lot wider than it is in the show, but I think it looks cool. It's a very, you know, it's a unique looking enclosure, isn't it? And what I might do, because I think this will look really cool, is I might have it so you can walk over the top and look down at the behemoths below. The lions of the Jurassic, as Kenneth Branagh calls them. What I'm going to do as well is have this come around like, nope. Nope, that didn't work. Just curve. Just be curvy. Anyway, it's a hell of a sentence. It's my only wish in life is for everything to be curvy. Anyway, what's threatening? What's being threatening? What? I mean, that's majestic, but also stop that. Also, no. Are you going to land on the top of... Please land on... Oh my god, please land on top of it. Please land on top of that. Please. Please land on top of it. Please tell me they can land on top of the viewing galleries. It's going to land on it, but it's not going to land on the right... Oh no, it's going to land on that, I think. Damn, imagine if it landed on the viewing gallery. That would be freaking awesome. It'd be like the end of Fallen Kingdom, where the Pteranodons land on the tower in Las Vegas. The, like, Eiffel Tower knockoff in Las Vegas. I don't know what it's actually called, but I'm guessing it's not called the Eiffel Tower knockoff in Las Vegas. But, you know, whatever that's called, that, yeah. They land on top of that, don't they, and it's very, very cool. So if that landed on top of it, it would be very, very cool. Little goober. What a little goober. You got that. I'm gonna save it quickly. Alright. Overwrite save. Okay. It's all good. Alright. Ugh. If anyone does join in, like, crack open a sandwich, it's getting near dinner time. Or lunch to people who are wrong. Not really. Like Allosaurus. I love how it's on about, like, marine creatures, and it's like, yes, this is an Allosaurus enclosure, mate. What are you on about? I need to work out if how safe that actually is. But this is gonna look very cool with the Allosaurus roaming this bit. And then I'll put a feeder here as well, so they can come here and they can watch him eat, watch him scran. Oh, it's off center. Oh, I should have had him in the amphitheater actually. That'd been really cool. Could do that for the Ornitholestes. Why would I have Ornitholestes in an amphitheater? Like Big Al in the San Diego amphitheater. Sounds pretty cool. So attractions. Where's the amphitheater? It's on guess? No. Is it on enclosures? Yes. Oh boy, now it's bigger than foil. I mean, it is a giant amphitheater, makes sense. No, you're not. It's already been... Anyway. Let's have a look. What actually can I put in? Yeah. Could... Interesting. Anyway. Oh, the Dreadnought sounds in this game are pretty awesome, I'm not gonna lie. Let's have a look. What could I put in the amphitheater from Walking with Dinosaurs? Compies, just a ton of compies now. Utah Raptors could be cool in the amphitheater. Excuse me. Iguanodon. Though I want Iguanodon to be in the Tropiognathus aviary. Along with Polycanthus, of course. Taurosaurus could be cool in the Onmutabarosaurus. What was his from Walking with Dinosaurs? Ankylosaurus, Patasaurus, Archaeophagus. I might put the like Hell Creek dinosaurs in the amphitheater. That could be cool. Coryphosaurus, Diplodocus, Coelophysis, Dreadnoughtus, Gallimimus, Euoplocephalus, Dryosaurus, Giganotosaurus, Iguanodon, Huiongosaurus, Melocephaly, Gigantospinosaurus, Indominus Rex, Indominus Raptor, Kentrosaurus, Myosaurus, Majungasaurus, Nasutoceratops, Mutabarosaurus, Metriacanthosaurus, Megalosaurus, Mamentosaurus, Nigersaurus, Nodosaurus. None of these are in what that is, but most of these aren't. Proceratosaurus is on a Philestes, so it is. Parasaurolophus isn't. Pachyrhino. Actually. Oh wait, Pachyrhinosaurus is in Walking with Dinosaurs. Technically. And so is Troodon. Hold on a second. Okay. This is... Should we count, and there's no one in the chat right now, but should we count the creatures from the really bad movie of Walking with Dinosaurs? So there's Troodon in that, there's Pachyrhinosaurus in that, there's creatures that are in this game, there's Zenmontosaurus in that. And I think that's it for creatures that are in this game. I don't think Euoplocephalus is in it. I might be wrong there. I don't think there's any Ankylosaurs in it. There might be Nodosaurus in it. I'm not sure though. Or it might be Borealopello. No, Borealopello I don't think was discovered yet. Before when that came out. So yeah. So, we'll decide, whether to do that or not. So yeah. So yeah, I think because then it gives us more dinosaurs to work with. Because we're actually looking at, we don't actually have, all the dinosaurs we should, really want to work with here. So we'll do that, and because given that we're, using the Walking with Dinosaurs movie, I think it's fair we can use Prehistoric Park, right? So Prehistoric Park has, what does Prehistoric Park have in it that's in here? Nothing other than the ones from Walking with Dinosaurs. I don't think, no. Oh, Triceratops. Yeah, so we could actually have Triceratops then, because Triceratops isn't in Walking Dinosaurs proper, but obviously it makes a big appearance in Prehistoric Park. And I think it's the right species as well, because it's Triceratops horridus. Even though Triceratops horridus didn't live at the very end of the Cretaceous, it was Triceratops prorsus that lived at the very end of the Cretaceous. So let's have a look. We got Giga, no. Gali, no. Huo, no. Edmo, no. There's not actually many. Oh, Albertosaurus. Albertosaurus is in it. And Para. So Parasaurolophus and Albertosaurus we can have. Anything else that's in Walking Prehistoric Park? So Para is in. And I realise they're not. It's not Walking with Dinosaurs. It's not. People say it's a spin-off of Walking with Dinosaurs. It's not. It's a separate thing. It's a separate entity. It's a separate IP. Because yeah, they're both by Impossible Pictures, but they're both distributed by different TV. Well, in America, Prehistoric Park is distributed by BBC America, but it was made for ITV. So I'm pretty sure ITV has the rights to it, like the production rights. Same with Primeval. Primeval was made for ITV as well, which is I can't remember what ITV stands for, but it's like the other BBC in Britain, if you don't know. It's like the other BBC. I think ITV is the second channel that was ever available in Britain. It was BBC, British Broadcasting Corporation, then I think it was ITV, and then it was... I have no idea. The fourth is pretty easy, it's Channel 4, funnily enough. But anyway, we are about to be joined by a bellend, by a villain, some call him. Some call him a villain, I call him a villain.
Robert,
Hello, man.
why do you want to go to Albert?
This is what's his face?
Hey, Matthew.
Yeah. Hi, Sean. Yes. Oh, I'll link your channel, mate, in the description when I've finished streaming.
Oh, you finished stream?
No, I haven't finished streaming. I'm streaming right now.
Oh, right.
Yeah, I'm streaming Walking with Dinosaurs. Not Walking with Dinosaurs, Jurassic World Evolution. But I'm making a park based on Walking with Dinosaurs. And I was just saying how what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna expand the horizon. Originally, I was just gonna do like Walking with Dinosaurs and its spin-offs, right? But I've got enough space, and that's not that many dinosaurs. So instead, I'm gonna add the movie to that, the really bad one where the dinosaurs could talk. But they had some really nice designs, and it's got some really cool creatures in it. So I want to add them. And also Prehistoric Park, which is not a spin-off of Walking with Dinosaurs, but it's made by the same production company. It's like kind of a spin-off of Walking with Dinosaurs, but not really. So.
Oh, jeez. You're nearly killing yourself.
You just have somebody to kill themselves.
Dinosaurs talk.
What? No, you know Walking with Dinosaurs?
I went to an ice skating show.
You went to... Yeah. It's not ice skating.
Cool.
It's not ice. It's not ice skating. It's like an arena show. I know which one you mean.
It was legit ice skating with like.
Were they actually ice skating?
And like dinosaur animatronics.
Yeah, yeah, I've seen it. It's really cool. I've never been to it. I really wanted to when I was a kid, but I could never, get the money or time.
The T-Rex was huge.
Yeah, yeah, I've seen it. It's cool. They updated it all now. It's got feathers.
It's not Loic. I said Matthew.
Nice. Man.
Does he sound anything like that?
I do sound like Lewis. I don't sound like him at all.
Monkey, I wouldn't recommend using the dog to learn. By the way, Mark.
So I was just doing like a weird audio trick. What's that?
Actually, Fortnite Spider-Man's actually pretty decent.
Yeah, I know, I've seen it. I saw a video where it was showing his web swinging, and it's
You can attach webs to a car and do the surfing.
Yeah, I know, it's sick. But like, it looks.
Oh my god!
I know, but like, people were saying, like, the video was like, the web swinging in Fortnite is better than the web swinging in thingy. Avengers, yeah. Which is just brilliant.
Which is sadly true, and I don't mind Avengers one where it's like we swing from the sky because we do it, dude. Because
Yeah, I saw the video. Yeah,
Go to the map and
there's
eventually
a helicopter.
don't have...
There's a helicopter, mate. It's fine. There's always a plane
Yeah.
or a helicopter
Literally,
above
that's
Spider-Man
what somebody
at
said in
all
the
times.
comics is like, you don't see where he's swinging from in the comic or a movie.
To be fair, he does have drones. To be fair, he does have drones.
drones.
So it could, like, you know, so he's got drones. So it could be a drone.
Yeah.
Unlike in Spider-Verse when he gets hit by a drone. So, yeah.
Oh, I can't wait for the new Spider-Verse.
Yeah. Oh, same, mate. It looks sick. I love the bit where he's made, where he has the art of Gwen that he's doing, and it's just like, oh, I missed you too. It's like nice.
Oh man!
Get in there, lad.
Like, I'm grounded, and she goes, "Summer." Slides out the window.
Slides
and
out the
then,
window.
like,
Yeah.
goes to check on her. She's just there. It's like, is Spider-Man grounded? And I'm just there, like, I have to have a thing.
Well, I know, obviously. I mean, they are together in the whatchamacallit, aren't they? In the comics.
They got together briefly in the comics.
Oh.
It didn't stick.
Oh.
Well, it's because they both had different comic runs in different universes.
Bullshit. Have you seen what they've done to Gwenpool? Gwenpool sucks now. Gwenpool was really cool and now she sucks.
That's because she got turned into a mutant, and then an inhuman, and now I think she's just normal again.
Yeah, like, they made her into, like... They just made her into, like, Deadpool. Even though she, like, slags off Deadpool in the first one, right? She literally says, I never read your comics. They were way too OMG LOL for me, you know what I mean? Or, like, meme, you know, funny meme LOL for me, you know what I mean? And then she basically became that, and it's like, oh, no. No.
There was a fun time when she took on Deadpool.
Yeah, that's what I'm on about.
And it was like, I guess you can't break the fourth wall as good as me. And he's like, are you kidding me? And he just brings out Narnia.
Wait, what?
Yeah, like, Deadpool brings out a fantasy land with, like, driving against her. And like he says, like, I am the king of fourth wall breaking.
Oh. Fair enough.
And then they don't fight anymore, and they just have a little bit of a chat where they have a bit of a laugh, and they end it on a good note between each other.
Oh, okay. Tap 001 has an undiagnosed ailment. Oh no. I don't want my dinosaurs to keep... They keep fighting each other and it's very annoying.
Avengers Spider-Man isn't bad. It's disappointing you don't have a campaign. That's the long wait for him.
Yeah, I heard that, yeah. It seems like a bit of a pain in the ass.
It's a mission chain you get.
Yeah. And it's not even like a good mission chain. It's like, you know, it's not like the Black Panther or Hawkeye stuff where you get like a full campaign or anything.
You're doing the normal things you do in a normal mission.
Well, yeah. Yeah, you're doing the normal things you do in a normal mission in a game where one of the biggest issues is how dull and repetitive it is. You know what I mean? Like you can, you can tell why the big robot fight. Where you've had a big robot. You can tell why that was in the beta. You know what I mean? Because that's one of the few bits which feels a little different.
Every dinosaur that's recreated is important, but some also
Made a cool Allosaurus.
Allosaurus is one such animal.
What
It
did
is
you say?
believed that in its
Remember,
original
because the beta was like
environment,
something new, and then the moment we actually played the game, we realized, oh, this is just all of them.
Yeah, Fez. In this game, right, this Loss has just said, sometimes I, question, the developers of this game, Frontier, I question how much research they did, right? Because it doesn't seem like that much, because this Loss has just said Allosaurus was the top predator in its environment. It was the most common predator in its environment, right? It was probably not the top predator. Assuming Saurophaganax, which is like Allosaurus and maybe a species of Allosaurus, assuming it wasn't a species of Allosaurus, it was probably a top predator because it was massive. That or Torvosaurus, which is another, somewhat bigger than Allosaurus. But it's just like, but the worst one is Claire. Claire, Bryce Dallas Howard's character. Yeah. In the introduction she gives for this dinosaur Coelophysis, she said it's one of the first animals. Now, it is one of the first dinosaurs, right? It's from the Triassic, the, first period dinosaurs were knocking about in, right? The first time period dinosaurs were a thing, basically. They're doing the thing? I think it's doing the thing. Okay. Yeah, so it's an early dinosaur, right? It's not one of the first animals, because animals had been on the planet a 250 million years before dinosaurs showed up, right?
Right.
Coelophysis is almost as far away to us as Coelophysis is to the first animals on the planet, right?
Right.
Because the first animals on the planet, evolved like 500 million years ago, 500 million years ago, right? Well, a little bit further back. The like Cambrian Explosion, where animals really diversified into like all the forms, like in general, like all the basic forms we see today. That's when that's when that happened, about 500 million years ago, right? For example, backboned animals, right? Vertebrates. All of us guys with an internal skeleton with a backbone, we evolved 500 million years ago.
Yeah.
Right, and then and then in those 250 million years to get from there to Coelophysis, the first fish evolved, the first land animals evolved, bugs got on land first, then so that's about, again, so 500 million years ago, this is about 300 million years ago, the first, land animals, vertebrates begin to appear. First, the tetrapods, first four-limbed, backbone animals get on land and diversify, right? That's about 300 million years ago, so that's still 50, Jesus Christ, no, that can't be right. I think it's more like 400 million years ago, actually. The Paleozoic isn't as long as I think it is. That's the era before the time of the dinosaurs, basically. That's the basically. So the Mesozoic is the Triassic to the Cretaceous, right? And the Cenozoic, which we're in now, is the end of the Cretaceous, so the mass extinction event, big meteorite. You know the gist, right? To now, right? So that's where all the ice ages happened, all the weird mammals before the ice ages and during the etc. That's when all that happened. And the Proterozoic is when the first animals appear to when the everything died. Basically, I think I've told you about this. The Great Dying, the worst mass extinction event that's ever happened. Basically,
right.
Yeah, that's what ended the Proterozoic and started the Mesozoic, and then a bit into the Mesozoic, into the Triassic, the first period of that before the Jurassic, and then before the Cretaceous. That dinosaurs evolved about halfway into that, I think, something like that. So and Coelophysis was around at the very end of the Triassic, right?
Right.
So to call it one of the first animals that ever existed is a bit of a stretch, you know what I mean? It's like, it's one of the first, it's kind of one of the first dinosaurs, right? It's
like, sort of, like, they weren't...
Yeah, it's pretty obvious what's happened there. They read, oh, it's one of the first dinosaurs, and they went, yeah, so it's one of the first animals. It's a pretty big mistake to make, to be honest. Like, you're a 250 million years out. You know what I mean? So, it's pretty sizable margin of error, that, considering it lived, about the same amount of time ago, which is pretty mad, actually. Coelophysis lived 250 million years ago, right? That's almost a quarter of a billion years ago, right? But then
Right.
you have... So T-Rex lived 66 million years ago, which is a lot less than 250 million years ago. So we're actually a lot closer to T-Rex than T-Rex is to the first dinosaurs. That's just how long they... I mean, obviously, and they're still around, you know what I mean? That's just how it shows how successful they are, you know what I mean? Yeah. So yeah, it's mad. So yeah. I'm now making my Allosauruses again because I didn't like how the other ones looked, so I sold them. Completely morally justified that. Definitely not. Doesn't sound wrong at all. I didn't like how they look, so I got rid of them. Just racially profiled some dinosaurs. And that one's a dick, so I'm gonna get rid of that batch because we can. Because dinosaur eugenics is fun. Basically. A little bit of dinosaur eugenics, don't we, Sean?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. No. How are you, my G? My man. How are you doing today on this fine winter evening?
I've got work at 2, but right now I'm just trying to beat these Spider-Man. Did you know, right? You can't play Spider-Man online until you beat all of his challenge missions.
Right. Yeah, no, I saw that. It's
18.
dumb as hell. Yeah.
18 steps with each.
Yeah,
like,
that's
three
ridiculous,
challenges
man.
to come.
Yeah, no,
Right.
that's dumb. That's dumb.
Like, what the fuck?
Indeed. What the fuck?
It's like
Indeed.
me and Lucius said, like, right, we'll just bash out Spider-Man together, and then when Matthew gets a PS4 round, or like, he might get a PS5 for maybe Christmas, or maybe he'll get a gift from a friend. But anyway.
No. No.
Joke. But anyway, we were sat and like we'll play it together, and then when we tried to do a mission with Spider-Man, it's like you have to beat all his missions in order to like unlock him for online play.
I mean, to be honest, it's bold of you to assume I want to play that game again.
I mean, Spider-Man's actually the best character out of it.
Yeah, I kind of gathered that. He does look quite fun to play. But
No,
I
mean,
don't think it's...
First, because of the web slinging, and if you hold X, you can do like a little launch thing.
Yeah. But, like, the thing is, if I wanted to play Spider-Man, I'd just, you know...
Play Spider-Man.
Play Spider-Man. Exactly. So,
Or
like...
actually, you could play, you know, like, we've got Spider-Man at home thing.
Yeah, we've got Spider-Man at home.
Mom, can I play Spider-Man?
We've got Spider-Man at home.
Spider-Man at home, sweetie. It just looks at Square Enix. Ugh.
No. Mate, the video I saw where it was, like, comparing the Fortnite one and the Square Enix one, it was just... It ends with Square Enix just going... You know what I've sacrificed! You know, as,
Yeah.
Willem Dafoe.
Oh, sacrifice. What this?
Oh, by the way, you know with the new Spider-Man film,
Uh-huh.
I don't care if Tobey Maguire's in it. Like, I don't... Because, like, if I'm being honest, the weakest part of the Tobey Maguire films is Tobey Maguire's Spider-Man, or MJ, either one of those, you know what I mean? I always found those to be the most...
Peter Parker and MJ's relationship is one of the weaker parts.
Yes, definitely.
However, Peter Parker, I wouldn't say as a whole is a weak part. Like,
Yeah.
his MJ thing is definitely a weak part.
Yeah. But basically what I think is, both Tom Holland and, Andrew Garfield did the character better. You know what I mean?
Certain way, I'd say Tobey
I
Maguire's
think in
one...
Spider-Man 2, it's good, right?
Yeah, like, Spider-Man 2 does it well if you forget, like... If MJ was a better written, like, love interest, right?
Yeah.
It would be a lot better than, like, the whole Doc Ock thing where it's like, keeping love bottled up inside and make it sick. Like, that is a good little sort of thing.
Yeah, definitely.
It's just, when it comes to the love interest being Mary Jane, and you have Peter openly trying to sabotage an engagement, and then her trying to sabotage it by cheating on her fiance.
Yeah. No, I think what really makes
it...
it...
You know what?
Yeah.
You guys are perfect for each other. You're both shitty people when it comes
Yeah,
to...
exactly, yeah. Everyone's just a bad person in those films.
Manage it.
But not in a good way, not in a Spider-Man way. Like, Andrew Garfield Spider-Man, he's kind of a dick, right? But that works because that's what Spider-Man's kind of supposed to be like. Isn't it?
Well, Spider-Man is, in a sense, which, yeah, he gets that right as Spider-Man. It's just...
Yeah, but as
Toby's
Peter
good
Parker,
with
he does it as
Peter
well.
Pan. Andrew's good with Peter Pan. They can all be friends with the other characters. It's just Toby's one when it comes to his MJ. It's like, I need you, but I can't have you.
Yeah, it's dumb. It's very like Shakespearean, isn't it?
Well,
I mean, he literally reads a poetry at one point. And it's like, come on.
This was like Toby's thing where it's like, I can't have what I want. Like, to be Spider-Man, I can't have someone like you in my life because it would just put you in danger. Andrew Garfield's Spider-Man perfectly reflects that.
Yeah.
Because
And he does.
you're
He takes that risk and he gets fucked for it. Doesn't he? He obviously loses going for it. So that's one of the reasons I really want him in this film. Because he's gonna come in and go, yo, dude, my G. Tommy boy, Tommy fella. Why are you bringing your loved ones into this so much? Like, I did it, right? With one person. Who I did it with, you know what I'm saying? Anyway.
Can you imagine, like, they get into the universe and it's like, why does everyone know you're Spider-Man?
Like, what are you doing? What are you doing, good sir? Do you want your girlfriend to die? Cause she will. Cause he just sees the Green Goblin like, yo, MJ. But you're not called Mary Jane, you call me, whatever. Anyway, MJ, you finna die. You finna die.
Yeah, it's like, you might want to back away.
It's like, you got a Gwen Stacy? No. Well, MJ gonna die.
You just have a moment, right, where all through Spider-Man...
MJ finna die.
It's like, Peter goes, the moment the Green Goblin figured out my identity, he tried to kill my aunt, and then he kidnapped the girl I loved and chucked her off a bridge, as well as all these kids and parents.
Yeah. Yeah, he's just telling him about it, like, you
finna
die.
Figured out who I was, my girlfriend. And then, Peter, like, MCU Peter just goes, the whole world knows who I am, and they both just look at him like, you're gonna want a bunker.
Yeah, I know, it's like a good look one. But, with, what's his face? What were you gonna say? Oh no, mate! Imagine if Tobey Maguire comes on and it's like, "What do you? What about do you have a girlfriend?" It's like, "Yeah, she left me for an astronaut." And I was like, "Yeah, that suits MJ's character in those films." Because she left. She didn't MJ cheat on him twice or leave him or leave? No, she cheated on him with Harry, didn't she?
She cheated on Harry, right? First she was with Flash, Peter's bully, who was openly beaten, like, proper bullying him.
Yeah.
And she was mad at Peter when Peter finally stood up and, like, took out Flash.
Yeah. You know what I'm never going to understand?
Like, you're supposed to be the better man. But you don't want to see that coming from the woman who watched him get beat up all his life.
Yeah. But you know what I don't get about MJ? What the fuck does she get with Flash? Why is that even a thing? It doesn't make sense at all for her character to get with Flash. Unless she was blackmailed, you know what I mean? Unless Flash blackmailed her.
It's just a weird thing. And then she gets with Harry, and then she cheats with Harry with Spider-Man. Quote, to quote Spider-Man. And the upside down kiss.
Yeah.
She was with Harry in that moment. And then she leaves Harry and starts, like, immediately after breaking up with him, she starts getting it on with Peter and Harry walks in. It's like, come on!
And then she leaves the fiancé for Peter, and you're just there like, nah? Like, nah? This woman toxic. This woman toxic as hell.
It's like, give it some time, for God's sake. And then when Peter rejects her, you're like, good for you. And then Spider-Man 2. You understand it's the sort of thing where it's like, it's difficult to just move on from someone you love.
And then Peter goes and snogs Bryce Dallas Howard. Then again, so would I, but hey.
Yeah.
That's besides the point.
At the same time as that, you just have the moment where after she's engaged to, he's like, just give me a chance. It's like, bro.
Nah, bro. You two are all bad people. Like, Harry's just justified in that film in all of his actions. Spider-Man deserves to die in that film.
Peter with Harry.
Yeah.
And then Spider-Man 4, it was going to be a good movie, but at the same time, apparently, Peter was going to cheat on MJ with Black Cat. And it's just...
Yeah, but that's fair.
Oh my god.
Yeah, but it's Black Cat.
I know, I can't blame
Like
them
we're
on that.
comparing Black Cat to that MJ, and it's like, there ain't no competition. You know what I'm saying? There ain't no competition. Come off it.
I know, but like at the same time, when you look at it, it's like, all right, so you two just aren't men. Like, think of that.
Fair enough, dude.
Like Gwen
Why are you
Stacy in
dying?
Spider-Man 3 was a better choice.
Yeah, I didn't like Gwen. They made like Gwen a bimbo in that film. I didn't like that.
Well, she wasn't macho one. Like,
Yeah, I know, but
literally,
they
she
made-
went to Peter's college. They were good classmates.
Yeah, but Peter literally calls her dumb at one point, and you're like, you're a cunt. And then he just uses her to get for freaking to make
Yeah,
Thingy
that's the
jealous.
problem. Yeah, that's not the problem.
And I know he's got the symbiote that time, but like still, he don't have the symbiote when he calls her dumb. You know what I mean? He's just being a dick to it. It's like, Jesus Christ. All right, what should he do to you, mate? What? She was better with Brock. You know what I mean?
I
Again,
would not do that.
Brock is pretty justified in his actions, other than the murder ones. But like, he steals his job, he ridicules him in front of everyone, and then he steals his girlfriend as well. And it's like, yo, mate, what the fuck, Peter? You're supposed to be a good guy, right?
You can blame Brock in the sense of like, well, you can blame Peter in the sense that he broke Brock's
Yeah,
job.
yeah, I know.
But Peter didn't steal Brock's job. Brock sort of lied.
Oh yeah,
And
yeah,
that
actually,
is
never mind. A good point.
valuable for
Okay, now I
losing
forgot
your
about
job.
that. Yeah, touche. Fuck you,
The
Brock.
spread of misinformation in the Daily Bugle, which
Yeah.
Daily Bugle, besides blaming Spider-Man for everything, is mostly factual.
Yeah, yeah.
It's only Spider-Man and normal superheroes that J. Jonah Jameson gives shit to. Well, not anymore in the modern comics, but literally, like throughout time, it's always been that. The mutants have always been fine because Jonah's like, they can't help that. Like, why would I judge them for it? Like, they're not that.
Bruce is like, fuck you,
good.
Spider-Man.
Yeah, he's like, you don't follow, like, you don't.
Well,
follow,
because isn't
like,
the idea like Spider-Man? He really cares. He's like, isn't the idea that Jonah's actually kind of like Spider-Man, that he really cares about New York City? And, like,
Oh yeah, he deeply cares about.
Yeah.
It's just he doesn't approve of the methods of the superhero.
Yeah, yeah. And he's
But,
like,
like-
no, you should use politics and such.
He said it's
To
like
make
you
the
need
world a
to
better
show
place.
like that. I don't know really what his whole process was. It's hard to explain his process. All I know is like he actually really supports the mutants. I wouldn't support them now because they're cults, but hey,
Wait, what?
the X-Men are like a cult now. Literally, you've got a mutant who spends the rest of her comics slaughtering humans, and she's rewarded.
Weird take on it.
Like the X-Men are a cult. It's no longer about like unification between all, like not letting like a difference
Magneto
of, like,
in charge.
nations be in the way. But I'd like to say it's stupid to do that because you already did
What's
the
the point?
Inhumans in All New, All Different,
Yeah,
where everyone's like, cool, it's rad, we'll be like humans and Inhumans working
Yeah, I'm
together.
gonna say the point of the X-Men is like, it's like a racial thing. It's supposed to be like, yeah, we all.
Yeah, but
it
then
together.
Marvel did the Inhumans, where it's like humans had no problems with the Inhumans because you could become an
It's like
Inhuman by
Superman.
choice, basically. And it's like, well, hold up. Just because mutants don't really have a choice in whether they mutate or not, does not mean you can just sit there and be like, nah, humans are cool, but mutants are. Like,
But yeah, you know what I
I
mean.
literally watched X-Men versus the Inhumans. Well, read the comic, and it's just Jean Grey saves an Inhuman thinking it's a mutant, and then the Inhuman goes, "I'm an Inhuman," and then runs away in disgust at Jean Grey being a mutant. And I'm just sat there, it's like, mate, there's not much difference. You're both mutated in some way.
That'd be weird, wouldn't it? Yeah, you wouldn't think those two would be racist to each other. Just Inhumans and mutants. You'd think like,
did it by choice.
you surely
And there's
go.
a reason for mutants to hate Inhumans in a way, because the origin for Inhumans is basically the king of Inhumans, Black Bolt, sent out a cloud that would turn humans into Inhumans, right?
Yeah.
But that cloud is poisonous to mutants and will
mutants.
kill them if they
Oh
fail.
yeah, no, I remember
And
this.
it just goes across the planet. So while Scott Summers, Cyclops, became like the massive terrorist and whatnot for destroying a Inhuman cloud that was killing mutants, the actual humans gassed the world, and like all the mutants were getting gassed. So who do you want to compare to with that scenario? Because to me that looks like a very like slippery slope for the humans
Yeah,
to
yeah.
try and fly.
Oh,
Because
that's
it's openly like they're saying, it's like, oh, Scott Summers is so evil. It's like, yeah, but you're basically Hitler. Because you're gassing every single mutant.
That's a weird take, that, on the...
But is it untrue? Because every human with the X gene would die.
Yeah,
if
no,
that
yeah,
crowd-
that sounds a lot like racial cleansing, but or ethnic cleansing, but yeah. Ooh.
And it's just because you wanted more humans. And it's like, I get it, you want more humans. How about you insulate the cloud in a building and just put up a fucking banner? Because people love the idea of getting down by choice.
Yep, well, you're absolutely right. That's the thing I don't get about, like, a lot of, you know, that kind of thing where it's like, oh, we'll release it as a giant cloud. I'm like, yeah, but what if it reacts with rainwater? You know, because rainwater is acidic or something like that. There's a lot of variables you're probably not accounting for here. Why wouldn't you just go, oh yeah, this has got a vaccine in it, and then wait. Wait.
Actually, the mutants have a cure for cancer.
Of course I do.
Yeah, they made it on Krakoa. They've got ways to prolong life and.
Fair enough.
I don't know.
Well, my dinosaurs are dying. Anyway.
I'm just gonna say, I remember a time when I could read X-Men and I'm like, oh, yes! I actually really loved the Wolverine and the X-Men comics where Logan tried to make his own school where he wasn't training mutants to be superheroes or fight against danger. He just wanted to teach kids. Mutants.
It's a weird take on Logan, but yeah, cool.
Yeah, because it happened after events. Well, not after. It happened after Logan joined Scott in Utopia.
Yeah.
And Scott was training all the kids to fight Sentinels and shit. And when Sentinels actually invaded, Wolverine and Scott had a fight because Scott was trying to send the kids out to fight, and Logan was like, no, they're kids. He's like, they're gonna have to do this. This is to survive. And he said they shouldn't have to. We're here, the adults, the people who chose to be here.
Yes, child soldiers are bad, as it turns out.
Yeah.
Superheroes are really bad on that department. Nah, child soldiers are bad. What do you mean? What do you mean Robin's too young to, get murdered?
Wolverine has a better moral compass than Batman.
Yeah, I know.
It really
weird.
says something.
That's weird, that, isn't it?
But whilst in Wolverine and the X-Men, whilst in that, the kids still had to fight and get put in death. It was more based off circumstance. There was no choice, and Logan was very you could. In each time that it happened, you could tell Logan normally is get behind me and what. He didn't want them to fight. He didn't want them in danger. He did everything he could to keep them out of it. And it's something I can appreciate because it's when I look at Scott Summers, it's mate, you should be doing this. You got Wolverine, the guy who's the best at what he does, who kills for a living, being a teacher, a principal, and a history teacher.
What, Logan is?
They all loved him.
Right, Logan becomes the principal.
He owns the school. He makes Jean Grey's school for gifted children.
Oh, cool. I'm guessing that's after older Professor X kicks the bucket.
Actually, it's before he kicks the bucket. It's when
Charles did he retire?
Walking in. And he introduces Charles to it in the first issue, and Charles is like, so we prepared for the often attack when the school gets destroyed. And in the first issue, the school gets destroyed.
Of course it does.
Oh man.
It's like the Chrysler building of the Marvel universe. You know how the Chrysler building always gets destroyed in movies for some reason. I'm not sure why, but it does.
It's just something to acknowledge. There's no moment of peace.
Yeah.
Not even with Spider-Man these days. Peter Parker right now is in a coma from radiation.
What?
Yeah, Ben Riley's back to being Spider-Man for a bit.
Oh.
Which, okay, I wouldn't mind if I didn't get, to me, sublismal ending to the Kindred arc. Because that thing changed, it retconned some stuff and made some good changes. Changes in the sense where Norman Osborn didn't get Gwen Stacy pregnant. And
Yay! Good. Good.
They were just clones that Harry was making to fuck with Peter.
Good. 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 Because that is the one of the weirdest Spider-Man bits in it. It's like, yep,
Look,
you got her pregnant.
I find it
What?
weird that the original writer was like, I wanted it to be Peter's kid.
Mm.
It's like, I don't know if it makes it much better because you're saying like the spider blood makes them age in like a good 2 weeks.
Mm.
But at the same time, it's like, oh god, I could not believe higher up was like producers. Well, it's like, no, but you need like make it Green Goblin for the sake of things. It's like, why?
That's weird, man.
For the love of God, why?
Yeah, I don't get why that was anyone wanted to do that, but anyway.
I'm so glad that it got changed into clones, and then like it actually references a lot of things because like Harry was the Green Goblin for a time after like Norman died and whatnot, or supposedly died. Now, when Harry died, he actually died, as in went
You
to
know,
hell.
as you do, yeah. Oh, fair enough. Oh, yeah, I forget how's the thing.
Like, it wasn't a situation where the Goblin Serum brought him back to life. He was genuinely just dead. He went to hell and everything.
Good for him, man.
And yeah, like, literally, in the issue I'm reading, it's like, Harry's like, it's so hot, I'll go get a glass of water. He opens the door, and, like, Mephisto's just looking at him, smiling. And then they have a talk, and Mephisto goes, you know, like Harry's like, no, I made up for my mistake. I saved him, and he says, like, but you also made, like, robots of his parents to fuck with him, and made them out to be traitors to, like, the country. Killed
Oh, what was that? Was that that's the thing where his parents are Hydra agents, isn't it?
Yeah.
So that's been retconned.
And then he sat there and pointed out, and you also, like, made clones to fuck with him, thinking that his girlfriend had sex with you. He said, Mephisto goes, even for me, that's messed up.
Yeah.
I was like, what the fuck the devil is telling me?
Nice. It's a good retcon. Usually retcons aren't good, but that's a good retcon.
Yeah. However, I'd say a bad retcon is basically the Harry that's been in the comics.
You've walked away, Sean. I can't hear you.
I haven't walked away.
Well, you moved away.
Right,
I
can
missed
you hear
you.
me better now?
Yeah, I missed you.
Right.
I was alone. Scared.
I'm sorry. But basically, since Harry Osborn died in the comics, it's been a clone in his place the entire time. And Mysterio hypnotized all the other events where it's like Harry got revived and shit.
That's
So-
cool, man.
They did it where like Harry's original soul was in the clone, which I do not like, mainly because I've read the Scarlet Spider-Man thing after the bullshit that Dan Slott did, where it established that a clone has a separate soul. Like, it's its own person.
Yeah, that's. I mean, assuming a soul is real, that's how clones would work in real life.
And everyone's theories on Kindred was that he was the original soul
It's
of
a separate
Harry
entity.
Osborn.
It's not the same. Yeah, it's not the same.
Yeah.
Human.
So it's like, while that is a Harry, it should have been like a Harry. Like it's the Harry that should have been, rather than the Harry that was the original.
Like Gandalf. I am a clone of Gandalf. No, I'm a clone of Sauron. I'm Gandalf the White.
But yeah, and it's like, and meanwhile, do you know who was actually Kindred? Because there was two. It was what once was Gwen Stacy's children, and they died because of their aging disorder when Peter wouldn't give up, and so Mephisto's attempts to steal Peter's soul failed.
Yeah.
Now what? Everyone was loving it at the time because it was like a big high note. Right? Like it was like, oh my god, he's undoing sins past. He's undoing this and that. He's gonna undo one more day where Peter Parker and Mary Jane sold their marriage to Mephisto. It's sort of undone it because it's like, I don't know how to. Harry Osborn dies again.
Oh.
Norman
Sucks to be
Osborn
Harry.
is a normal man because it turns out he became evil because he made a deal with Mephisto.
Yeah. You know how people say, you know, it sucks. You know, in like comic books and stuff, how people die, but you know, that 9 times out of 10 they usually come back. in one way or another, or in some form or in some other version.
Death doesn't mean anything.
Yeah, but if you were like, if that was real, and you still died, you still had the fear of dying. Death was still a painful experience and all that.
Yeah.
But then you might come back and go through it again. That wouldn't be nice, would it? You just dying multiple times over would not be pleasant. Like Superman must have some severe shit wrong with it.
I'm gonna really change things and you die again.
Yeah, exactly. Like Superman's, must be fucked in the head, to be honest.
But you see, like, I'm a nitpicker by default.
Yeah.
And
It's good to nitpick sometimes.
a problem for me though is with the current, like the run before that was in the whole Kindred thing. Peter thought Kindred was Harry, so he told Harry's wife that Harry had gone back to be evil again. It turns out the Harry she'd been married to wasn't, and he was just a clone under Kid.
I'm not evil, I'm just Harry. No, just Harry, you're evil. No, Peter, I'm just Harry.
Just Harry. It's just Harry dies at the end. But the thing for me is Harry's wife and son live thinking that Harry was evil.
What, does Peter never correct it?
I've not seen a thing where he goes back and sits there and says Harry was actually good. Turns out it
My
wasn't
bad.
this and that.
Sorry about that, guys.
I'm wrong.
Slight goof on my part there.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Spider-Man goes with the gist.
Yeah.
Turns out it was a clone of Gwen in a way, and then a clone of like Hat. It was just two clones.
Yeah, it's all clones. Just clones, man.
It's just clones. That's
Clones
all
in
I'm saying.
Spider-Man are just a red flag out there.
It really is. They brought clones to Miles.
Oh, why? Why would you
They
do
are so
that?
stuck on the idea of like clones can work. Like they can do a better.
Like it makes sense because Spider-Man's obviously to do with like genetic tampering and all this kind of stuff, innit? So it makes sense to have it, but like it's never done right, is it? It's just always dumb. You never have it.
Saga, right, that I've seen was an Ultimate Spider-Man done by Brian Michael Bendis.
Right.
And it's not saying much because I've never approved of clones in Spider-Man since fucking anything.
Yeah.
Because it's just ridiculous, man.
I think the best, the one that does the two things that do cloned humans the best are, funnily enough, the Clone Wars, which makes sense, and that I've seen. There's probably more out there, but that I've seen. So Clone Wars and Jurassic World: Fallen Kingdom. How they do it? How it's just an old man was, grieving his daughter's death, so he clones her. Like, that just makes sense. That's a really good way to do it. And for a franchise like Jurassic World and Jurassic, it's Michael Crichton, right? It makes sense to have.
It works.
Yeah, it makes so much sense to have human cloning. Like considering, I mean, some people didn't like it. They thought it was like didn't work in the franchise, which I think is ridiculous.
Well, it does.
Yeah, because if you can clone a T-Rex, you can clone a human. And if you can ride a bike, and if you can fix a bike shot, then you can fix a massive helicopter. Join the Royal Navy. Or Army Engineers or whatever, that. If you can fix a skateboard, you can fix a bike. And if you can fix a bike, you can fix a car. No, you can't. What are you on about? How is that? How is replacing the chain on a bike anywhere similar to like fixing the engine of a car or anything like that? And then that's like fixing a tank or a massive or a freaking aircraft carrier. It's like, yeah, that adds up.
God, it reminds me of that guy thing. The guy with like the tape thing, and the boat. He's like, it works, and he's riding a speedboat after putting tape on it. And it's like supposedly cutting it in half. And then people actually tested it, and it floated for a bit, but then water started getting in. I was like, yeah, I mean, like, it's actually gonna fall. What happened? You can't just cut a boat in half and then tape it back.
Yeah, that's.
But yeah, like when it comes to cloning, at least in Clone Wars or in Jurassic World, it's like a it's a multi-billion-dollar
established.
corporation
Yeah.
with loads of scientists in laboratories and shit. Spider-Man, it was a college tutor.
To be fair, though, you could. I don't know how you get the stuff to do it, but you could probably make a person in a college lab or a university lab.
I don't know.
It wouldn't be. You couldn't. I mean, you'd have to raise them. You know what I mean? Because I'm assuming they do this in like a tank. You know what I mean?
It grew to adult age.
Yeah, exactly. So yeah, you won't be able to do that at all. Like you can't even. I don't even think you can do that. Like modern technology. Actually, actually, you might be able to.
I don't know. It's just it was a college tutor that was in love with Gwen Stacy, and then when she died, he cloned her, and then cloned Peter because he was mad that he was her boyfriend, and then he tried to punch it, and then the clone's spider senses reacted and threw him across the room.
Yeah.
He was like, Peter Parker, Spider-Man.
Yeah. If you had an artificial womb big enough, we don't have artificial wombs yet, but we probably will soon. Unfortunately, because then we'll probably have designer babies anyway, which are a whole morally bad thing with genetic technology. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So like, you don't want your kid to have some illness. I mean, okay, that's kind of fair. If your kid was going to be born with a debilitating illness and you can stop it, that kind of makes sense. But like, you know, your kid's gonna have some. Your kid might be a bit ugly, and you're like, nope, I'm gonna have a pretty beautiful child with bright blue eyes and blonde hair, and then you're like, steady on Hitler. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? Because it's like it's a eugenics thing, and it's not nice. Yeah, Sean, are you watching my stream?
I am on your stream, yeah.
It's a bit delayed, but in a second you'll. Does this look safe to you? What you'll see in a second.
It looks like. The fence looks.
It's a bit low, innit?
It wasn't a T-Rex.
It's not a T-Rex, it's an Allosaurus. But,
Alright, never mind. But
Three
still,
fingers, mate.
It's a bit. Yeah. I feel like that thing could just turn around. And just,
I definitely could. You're right. I'm gonna put a safer fence here.
It's just.
That's a bit big, though, isn't it?
I
It's
would
not like
actually
small.
The game had a function where, like, the dinosaurs.
It could just
they're
reach
like
over and
dinosaurs,
eat
they
people,
Turn
yeah.
around and go into the audience.
They can't. It'd be so good if they could.
What?
just jump in.
Jurassic World 2.
I know.
You'd expect an update, in a sense.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, I'm using the power of mods to place shit where it shouldn't be. It's like inside this.
So compared to Jurassic World, like Evolution 1,
Oh, it's a lot better. It's a lot better.
Not in terms of graphics, but how the dinosaurs, like.
No, yeah, the big thing is dinosaurs feel a lot more realistic and more alive.
Right.
Like, do you see how it did that little scratch then? They've got a lot more intricate behaviours, and how they fight is a lot more lifelike, and for the most part, yeah.
But they don't react to the audience because they can't see the audience.
Yeah, it's not in. This is, yeah, this is
the movie.
Yeah, this is just a. Yeah, that's the human AI is kind of just bleh. It's kind of a function. The main thing they do is really just show how many people in your park and then get eaten. And these guys are just here for a sec.
I get it because it's like they focused on the dinosaurs.
Yeah, you gotta remember it's also on console.
It'd be so cool if you could have an actual like Jurassic World situation where the dinosaurs break out and like everyone's screaming and running and like shit.
Yo, imagine that though. Imagine going to a zoo and it's like that, and you just see it. This Allosaurus is very oversized. I'm now noticing, like a big Allosaurus, assuming Saurophagon isn't its own species. It's big. It ain't that big. Its head isn't as big as a person. Like that's kind of. Well, Like, why are you so big? He's a big boy. That's a big, big boy. You know what's funny? This is actually the it's actually oh, that's game breaking, you know. Yeah. So I've just drowned those people in sand. It's actually it's the marine like lagoon enclosure, like viewing gallery. So you can do that, but because of the mods, you can place it wherever. So you can do shit like that. Yeah. So yeah, there you go. But yeah, now this like bit I built here, it's supposed to be like a scene in Walking with Dinosaurs where these Allosaurus hunt a bunch of little baby sauropods, your long neck fellas, in a canyon like this. Looks quite neat, doesn't it? It's quite nice. And then over here we've got the sauropods, and we've got some Stegosaurus, and we've got some little Dryosaurus. It's quite cute. Cute little fellas. Yeah. And this is supposed to be like the Morrison Formation, which is where it's a rock formation, right? Where these guys were all found in, and it was like a semi-arid environment. It was had like a distinct dry and wet season. So, I like to think so. This enclosure is more in, you know, not the dry season, but like just the start of the wet season. So it's more of like a arid bit, and it's more, you know, just palm trees. And then you got this area where it's like in pretty deep into the dry season, but it's still a little bit arid. And then this enclosure over here is just, you know, straight in the wet season. It's just very forested and
right.
Yeah. So yeah. No, look at this. Look at this. It's cool, isn't it? You can just imagine that. Imagine waking up in the morning. It's just that. It's cool, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's on the hotel. Yeah.
I think it's more like because it's sort of like I enjoy playing tycoon games. Yeah.
Yeah.
So like a good tycoon game is the sort of one where it's like you're doing like an animal enclosure, but the animals are all alive. In a sense. Like they act, they feed, like they react.
Yeah. Definitely. And then this is the Seal of Ice Enclosure, which has got these two towers.
Now, I love the idea of them reacting, but what I'm saying is for this, they should have done it where it's like, if you, like, it's an optional whether you put the food in front of the dinosaur or not. So if it's a carnivore, if it has no food out, it will react to the audience.
Oh, that's actually, they don't do that.
Right?
That's a genius. Like, that'd be cool, actually, yeah. They'll walk past the fence and actually just kind of like looking out. But they don't, like if you know, like in the viewing gallery, that'd be really cool. They do walk past them, but they don't like interact with it. It'd be cool if they did that.
Yeah.
Or like if it's really hungry, it will start smashing into it. It'd be really cool.
Yeah, because it's like you're starving it, and like the only food it sees is what's in front of it, and it's a natural hunter.
Yeah, of course, that makes sense. And then we've got the using the power of mods. Yeah, using the power of mods, right? Basically, how to get dinosaurs in here. Using mods, you can basically put the hatchery so it's partially inside the aviary, so you can release a dinosaur straight into it. You can't like do much with them, but it's cool though. Like, as in you can't like interact with them properly. Because, like, for example, you can't sedate them, I don't think. Because I think they'll try and sedate them using the helicopter rather than, like, the drone that goes out from here.
Right.
Yeah, so as you can see, Abby, because they're all named after characters from Primeval or Prehistoric Park, so you got Abby, as in Abby Maple.
I can't. It might be a different or something, but isn't there a new Resident?
The new Resident Evil.
Wait, no. Your Primeval, the evil got me thinking of Resident.
Oh, right, yeah. I don't know. What I want is a new Dino Crisis, because I never played Dino Crisis, and it'd be really cool. I want, like, dude, There's actually a game coming out kind of like this. I am sick of Jurassic Park. Right? For one, like, don't get me wrong, favourite film. Absolutely love it. I really like the Jurassic World franchise. I'm one of the few people who like Fallen Kingdom, right? Not many people actually, like, not a lot of Jurassic Park fans like it, right?
For the most part.
Yeah. It's got issues, don't get me wrong, it's got issues. It's got some of the absolutely worst designs in the franchise. Like, there's this one species, Sinoceratops, in it. It looks absolutely shit. It looks nothing like the real life counterpart at all.
You can really say to anyone that hates like Fallen Kingdom, just sit and go, look. What was it? Jurassic Park 2?
No, Jurassic Park 2 is a lot better, to be fair. Lost
really?
World is a great film.
Which one was it then? Was it 3?
Jurassic Park 3 is the generally, you know, I really liked it as a kid because it's the one with Spinosaurus in it and the Pteranodons. And the raptors look really cool in it. But the, yeah. It's general consensus, yes, it's not a very good film. But frickin' the second one's got the last gymnasticking a raptor out a window, so... you know what I mean?
Oh, yeah!
It's dumb. But I still really like that film. I think
that is the most continuity ever when it came to the Telltale game. You should have absolutely been able to...
yeah, that was the only continuity ever there. Even though the island gets blown up.
I was so upset when I had to watch my favourite character die. I know he's a mercenary.
Oh, yeah, I know which character you mean, yeah.
I can't remember his name, but he's my favourite. The fact that I had to watch him just go.
Yeah, you mean the guy who, like, 1v1's a raptor.
Yeah, what a knife!
Yeah. I know what you mean.
Like, he doesn't beat it, sure, but, like... He gets... He stalls it and gets rid of it, and, like, I loved him. Like, and then next thing you know, I had to watch him die. And it's like... I did not sign up for this.
No, I get you.
I signed up for a possible good ending. Him going is the automatic bad ending. There is no good ending if that's the case.
Yeah.
I felt so wrong.
Yeah. No, I get that, man. You know what I really want in this game? There's just so many creatures that I really want in this game. For some reason, people are very against... Some people, I don't understand this at all, are against, like, having prehistoric mammals in Jurassic Park. And I don't get why at all. Like, if we're talking continuity, the first creature that was cloned in the book was a miniature elephant. So, you know what I mean? Like, the first prehistoric creature was a pig, like a dwarf species of elephant, right?
Park or well. Has a mammoth been in Jurassic World or Park? Like,
no, but it's been referenced. But
seeing as if it was an elephant, that's I think they might make like maybe a few more parks, like a saber-toothed tiger. Like,
yeah, exactly. There's a saber-toothed cat in in Camp Cretaceous, in like later season.
Then.
And the logic there, and see, this is like how you do it. You have it be a different company that's making them, and that's what it is in that. Because it makes sense that Frontier,
or not
Frontier. Yeah, exactly. It makes sense that InGen would probably have either limited resources, in terms of like amber to get stuff from, or they'd want to specifically just monopolize on dinosaurs, right? It makes sense.
Yeah, pretty much.
But other companies, still have, like Gene Tech, is out there, all this. They could make, mammoths. They could make. I mean, supposedly there's going to be a Dimetrodon in the in the next film, which is from before the dinosaurs. So the idea that they've got DNA from it is even more ridiculous. Yeah. It's the not Spinosaurus, the other sail-backed one that everyone knows. It looks like a lizard with a sail on its back. It didn't really look like that now, but that's basically what it looks like.
Right.
It probably looks more like a weird dino cat with a sail on its back in real life.
I know.
Yeah, no, they're freaking cool. Because the creature I really want in this game is the first episode of Primeval.
Yeah.
That thing. It didn't really look like that in real life. It looked more like kind of like a bear with a T-Rex's head, which is freaking awesome, and obviously saber teeth. Yeah, Gorgon Opsid. Its name literally means Gorgon face. You know what I mean? Because it's like got such a cool face. That or Ankylosaurus, which is basically like that but bigger. Oh, also the one in Primeval is ridiculously oversized, but like everything in Primeval. But like the one out like that, but also you know Arthropleura, the giant prehistoric millipede. That's also in Primeval, which again is a bit oversized and is kind of represented as a giant centipede when it was more like a. It looks more like a centipede plus a millipede combination, but was probably also just a herbivore.
Huh.
But I just think it'd be a really cool pet. Like, imagine, like, millipedes are cool already, right? Millipedes are cool. A lot of people, my housemate's got a pet millipede, right? But imagine one as long as a person. And, like, about as wide as well. That's just a cool, that'd be such a cool, imagine, yeah, but it's a herbivore. So it just come up to you and be like, can I have leaf? And you'd be like, yeah, you can have leaf, buddy. And then it go.
Meanwhile,
Cool.
I'm thinking like The Shining, where it's like, what was it? It's Jack or something. Where he's like smashing on his axe on the door, and I'm screaming in the corner.
Yeah.
I just see the millipede. You're like, hey, check this out. Like, ah!
That'd be just cool though. That'd be cool though. Because centipedes are scary, right? Centipedes are kind of freaky, right? I had a nightmare when a giant centipede burst out of my mum, right? I was terrifying because she got COVID. She got COVID, right? And a giant centipede burst out of her, and I was like, I remember thinking in the dream or something like, I didn't think COVID do that. You know, it went. I literally remember thinking in the dream, just going like, didn't think COVID did that.
My fears were more based from like friends in primary, like sitting there saying like they crawl into your ears while you sleep. It's like,
Oh, earwigs, yeah. Or spiders, yeah. Oh, that's not a very good view, is it?
No.
No, there's a big post in the way. I don't get why. Oh, actually, no, wait. No, we're good. I can fix it. Using. There we are. That's a better view. For some reason, I feel like Spider-Man up here. Yeah.
Spider-Man
Look at him! Look at him running. Yeah.
Right, can I just say, while the Venom in that movie's not liked, it would actually make a lot of sense for him to be in the movie.
Yeah.
No Way Home, because it's like enemies that have either like who are destined to die like fighting Spider-Man. Venom died fighting Spider-Man in that movie.
Yeah. Yeah, and neither Doc Connors and Thingy did he?
Yeah, Doc Connors got arrested. Maybe he got executed. Like,
and it's kind of up for debate what happened to Electro.
I'd argue, yeah, he died.
Yeah.
But like, I don't know. Like, it's up for debate. Oh no, it's up for debate with Sandman. If anything.
Yeah, I didn't get that. I was like, hold on a second. He forgave Sandman and he let him go.
They stopped fighting.
Yeah, exactly. He just fucked off. He was like, I'm gonna go away in the wind. So yeah.
Some people theorize it's in the moment where it's like Black Suit Spider-Man like dumping water on Sandman. It's like he must. Maybe it's because he thought he was going to die that he walked into that world. I'm saying, like, why would you thinking you're going to die? Like Venom is in there. Like, did he think he was going to die? Because you've seen the Let There Be Carnage, right?
Yeah.
Alright, so spoilers for anyone who watches the stream.
Yeah.
But in Let There Be Carnage, the after credits is Eddie and Venom get walked to the MCU. Now Spider-Man doesn't exist in the Venom there. So when was his fate sealed and fighting to the death? Was it like die fighting Spider-Man? But anyway, you'll have it as like they are fated to die fighting Spider-Man, and you just have Eddie. It's like, I don't even know who that is.
Indeed.
You just have Doctor Strange just like, give it time. Like, yeah, like, I don't know. I feel like, yeah, it's cool that Tom Hardy's Venom's in there, but can you imagine there's a scene where Peter and MJ are like, because there's behind the scenes footage where like MJ's working in a cafe, right? What if, right? Hear me out here. Peter goes to visit her, and then we have that Eddie Brock from the Raimi film come in, asking for a friend, like the friend being Spider-Man, and then the moment like Peter's like spider sense is going off and whatnot, right? Because he's not been connected to the sim yet, so he will sense the danger.
Yeah.
And he just thinks there's something up with this guy. Eddie Brock turns to leave, and he goes, one more thing. And you just see a black web attached to Cole, and then pull him over towards him. He grabs him, venomizes, and goes, hey, buddy.
Aye. Aye, that'd be very cool.
Like, it'd be cool. It would, like, maybe story-wise, it wouldn't really make sense for that Eddie Brock to be coming after that Peter. But at the same time, every single Spider-Man villain is coming after that Peter, despite being mostly from a different universe.
I'm giving these like cool names now.
Yeah. And like you could do it where the way like the like current Venom gets like the spider signature and the webs and whatnot is by eating that symbiote, like he did with Carnage. It'd be something. But other than that, like I do not want MCU Black Suit arc.
Yeah.
It wouldn't make sense for him, I'd say.
You see what I'm naming these? Dino shit and Mesozoic piss pot. Oh, yeah. And you got Dino Designs and what's this place called? The Rock Mall. I don't know, shit.
All the people
Rocky.
moving look like the sort of thing where it's like what the world will be in like 20 years.
Yeah. The big rock shop. Because it's usually called the rock shop, innit, when you go like to a fossil shop or something.
Yeah.
In like because there's one in Braden, Scarborough, and all these other Filey and all these other places. All over the place, man. There's like I think there's like 20 on the Isle of Wight because it's like the dinosaur island. This one's Korea Ceratops Steaks. Korea Ceratops isn't in this game, but it's like it's the barbecue's like Korean barbecue, so it's Korea Ceratops because it's like the only dinosaur known from Korea, and it's obviously named after Korea. But there's actually okay, not the only dinosaur, but it's like one of the few ones named after it or a place there. I'm not gonna name all the toilets. I can't be arsed.
In the MCU, I want dinosaurs.
Yes, dude. No, I want dinosaurs in the MCU, or just any franchise that isn't Jurassic Park, because I'm sick of the god. Because Jurassic
Park's the only one doing it.
Exactly, and I'm sick of it because we have learned so much about dinosaurs. The amount we've learned about dinosaurs since the first Jurassic Park came out is insane, considering it's only been what almost 30 years, right? Which isn't really that long time, but in terms of what we know about dinosaurs now and then, what we know now is, vastly different and vastly better, right? To what we knew then. Like the I think that, nowadays dinosaurs are at least named, be that by new discoveries or old discoveries, like at least like twice or like 4 times a month or something ridiculous like that.
I feel like we're getting all these films. Like, serious, we're getting a Kraven the Hunter movie. You have to put them in
Savage Land and give us like properly paleo accurate dinosaurs.
Yeah.
I want to see Devil Dinosaur, and I want it to look like a freaking T-Rex, like a proper T-Rex. Like, I want it to be fat. I want it to have wrists that are in a clapping position, not like a fucking rabbit, right? Because that's not what. Actually, I'll give you evidence of that, right? So if you look at these guys, dinosaur wrists should be like that, not like if you look at the Jurassic Park raptors, how their hands are like forwards like that. You know what I mean? They should go to the side, like in a clapping position.
Are you showing this on the Discord or are you streaming?
It's on the stream. So if you see like the hands are sideways, you know what I mean?
I'm just looking at your game.
Yeah, the hands are sideways, mate.
Oh right, I see what you mean there. Sorry,
delay. Yeah, sorry.
Play with it. You were just still on the map. I was like, what?
Yeah, no, I get it. Yeah, you see what I mean? Though the hands are sideways.
Yeah.
That was they couldn't rotate them like we can. You know how we can rotate our hands like 90 degrees or 180.
Yeah.
You know what I mean, like that. They couldn't do that. They were limited to up and down, and I think out, and that's it. They couldn't rotate them, so they were in like a bunny rabbit kind of position, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, I want to see that in a movie. I want to see...
They're not still doing that whole bunny rabbit arm thing then, are they, in films, or are they still doing
Oh, they are. No, actually, no. With a lot of that newer dinosaurs, they're right. To be fair, but a lot of them aren't. So it's like it's like 50-50.
How annoyed would you be if the MCU did do it with the rabbit arms?
Mate, if they had raptors without feathers, I'd shoot someone. We have known raptors had feathers since the late 90s, right? It's fine in Jurassic Park because that came out in 93, right?
Yeah.
We didn't know. We didn't know then. Fair enough, right? In everything since, it's ridiculous. Like, we know now, Velociraptor, it may have varied with bigger species, but Velociraptor was fully covered head to toe in them, right? It would have looked like honestly way cooler than a fast lizard. It would have looked like a giant groundhog, right? Which is fucking sick, with, you know, massive teeth. Velociraptor looked like if you combine like a wolf with a hawk. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
That's cool. Or like a Komodo dragon with a hawk, right? That shit's cool, right?
Mm.
And like, it's the same with T-Rex. T-Rex is so much cooler now. We now think T-Rex ate Triceratops by biting their heads off, right? There's evidence to suggest, maybe not how they killed them, but when they were eating them, they probably ripped their heads off so they could get to the neck fat. Because there's bites on the on Triceratops frills by T-Rexes don't really make sense.
Right.
For them to, you know, be biting there, right? You know, either to eat or to kill them, right? It doesn't really make sense. And if I'm not mistaken, there's no evidence of healing on these bites, so they were dead or were killed at this time. So, and I think there's like evidence like tension around the neck. I'm not sure on that one, but like there's the idea that they probably or might have ripped the heads off Triceratops to eat them, so they could get to like the neck fat and all that good stuff. Which is awesome, and I want to see it in a film. Like,
well, it'd have to be would it have to be an R-rated film? Yeah.
Well, yeah, probably. They could cut away when it does it. But like,
that sort of like take it away with it.
It's like tell you what, I might finish my stream now because I want to show you something. And I said I was going to build 2 enclosures, and I've now done that, and I think they look quite nice. You got the. It says Proceratosaurus, but they're actually Ornitholestes, which lived. These are all dinosaurs that were in the like North American Jurassic segments of Walking with Dinosaurs and like the specials and stuff from that were set in that time and place. So yeah, but yeah, I'm gonna end the stream now then. So thank you all for joining me, and thank you Sean for joining me. I think you're the only person watching, but.
Someone else joined, and some, like 2 other people.
Oh, cool. Alright, cool. Yeah, I'll end the stream now.